up, everybody? I'm Vanya. This is Victoria. We're personal trainers at Freeform Fitness. And today we're going to do Dr. Andy Galpin's fitness assessment to see how fit we are. Dr. Andy Galpin is a professor of kinesiology at the University of California, Fullerton, and he is a world expert on exercise physiology. So recently he was on Dr. Andrew Huberman's Huberman Lab podcast to go over a 9-test protocol that is meant to assess your overall fitness. So it covers everything from strength to cardiovascular endurance.
So what's the purpose of these assessments? So it allows you to figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are. So if you're going to create your programming, you can figure out what you should focus on. Also, Andy Galpin recommends testing these once a year, so you're able to see if you've made improvements throughout your training session.
So there's 9 assessments in total. The first one being a movement assessment, just to see how all your joints are moving and making sure that you're able to have full range of motion. So it's really important that you're moving regularly throughout all of your joints, full ranges of motion, so that you can maintain as much range of motion as possible. Mobility is something where if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So by using your full range of motion, you're less likely to become injured whenever you do need to access those ranges of motion. So for our skill or movement assessment, we're just going to go through what we use here at Freeform Fitness. So for every new client, the first session with their personal trainer, we do a movement assessment with them. And yeah, it's just a basic movement assessment. Parts of it have been taken from the functional movement screen, or FMS. And basically we just look at your joint range of motion to make sure that everything is moving well. Yeah.
The next criteria he talks about is speed, which he doesn't give an assessment for, but you can figure out using the power assessment. So how you create power is speed times force. So the assessments for these are the vertical jump, so seeing how high you can jump, and then also the broad jump, which is how far you can jump. So power is one of the things that diminishes the most as you age. And it's important because it allows you to react quick, so preventing things like falling down.
Jump as far as you can. No. That looks good. Yeah, back of your heel. Great. Yeah. So ideally, you want to be able to jump at least your height. Why don't you just lay down? Yes! You did it. All right, so there you go. You jumped over your height. You passed. Can I go? All right. Oh, we're pretty close. You beat me. I'm good. All right. So now you jump as high as you can. Hopefully the Post-it sticks to the wall. No.
Okay,
all right. Yeah. So ideally you want to be 20 inches apart.
Above?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
That's not 20.
So 15. Oh, I have a higher start than you. Okay. about the same.
Wow, yeah. Pretty identical. That's funny. What you got? Six. We both need to work on it.
We're equally mediocre.
Yes.
Next, we have strength, which is the maximum amount of force that you can produce at one time. The test that we're going to be doing is assessing grip strength for upper body strength, and then a squat test for lower body. So Dr. Galpin mentioned a couple of different tests that you can use to assess your lower body strength, one of which is using a leg extension machine to assess the strength of your quads. What he's looking for is whether or not you're able to lift your body weight with the leg extension machine one time. Now, we don't have a leg extension machine here at our facility, so we're going to use the other squat test that he talks about, which is where you have to front squat half your body weight and be able to hold it at the bottom position for 45 seconds. So 45 seconds, eh?
45 seconds. Oh God.
I do not want to do this.
Whenever you're ready.
Yay! Let's go. Okay. And stop. Oh, good job. Just going to do a grip strength test now. So for women, ideally, you want to be above 35 kilograms of force. I think this machine measures in newtons, so we'll have to do the conversion afterwards. So right side, whenever you're ready. Okay, did you want another one or switch?
It's okay, we'll try. The second one's gonna be weak anyway.
Yeah. All right, whenever you're ready. Okay. All right. Pretty equal.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
395 on the left, 396 on the right. Andy Galpin was saying that ideally you want less than 10% variation between the right and left side. So yeah, yours were pretty much equal.
Are you ready?
Okay.
It's funny how we both take a big inhale.
Yeah. All right. What did I get?
So we got a 5.5%
yeah,
difference.
That's not too bad.
No.
I'm weaker than you, though. But I guess not that much. No.
The next assessment is hypertrophy. So this one is something to look for if muscle gain is one of your goals. It is also something that diminishes as you age. So it's important that we maintain muscle mass to allow us to be strong enough to move our bodies and maintain function. So the gold standard for the hypertrophy test would be a DEXA machine, but we don't have one of those. So we're gonna be using a fat-free mass index calculator. So we both took our height, weight, and body fat percentage, and then we're gonna plug it into a fat-free mass index calculator to get the number and figure out where we are on the scale. So I already plugged mine in. It came out to 19.4. So on the scale for women, I am in the advanced gym freak or elite strength athlete.
All right.
Okay, now we're gonna do Vanya's. Okay, so 16.7. So you're in the athlete or a regular gym user.
All right. So the next test is assessing your muscular endurance. So how long you can do a certain activity for. And for that one, he recommends doing a push-up test. So ideally, the number to shoot for is up to 25 push-ups. All right,
Okay,
we're gonna do the push-up test. We're gonna do it at the same time. And And yeah, we can see how terrible I am.
Yeah, I don't really do a lot of push-ups.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay, and go.
27.
Who counted for me?
We can watch the video back. Okay, 30's good. So anaerobic exercise is intense activities that only last about 90 to 120 seconds. So the benefit of training your aerobic capacity allows you to increase your ability to work at a higher intensity more efficiently. So the gold standard for this test would be done in a lab where you're on a bike. It's called the Wingate test. You are hooked up to a VO2 Max machine. The assessment we're going to do is 30 seconds of intense cardio, and then you take your heart rate, and you ideally want to see your heart rate go down by half a beat per second. So in a minute, you should see your heart rate go down by about 30 beats.
And stop.
146.
Now it'll go up. And the heart rate's not even, now that you're stopped, it's probably going to go up a little bit.
It's not reading my heart rate anymore.
Oh, wow. It's okay. Keep it going.
Yeah?
Yeah. You got your whole other minute.
Okay, now it's saying 146. So do we just wait till it hits peak and then it's starting to go down now?
Okay. Well, I just started like 10 seconds ago.
Okay. 134.
So we're at a minute.
113.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think I can just get my heart rate up a little bit quicker with kettlebell swings. So I'm gonna do those instead of the rowing that Victoria did. I may regret this. Okay. Bad choice.
And put it down. Okay, we'll wait till you reach max heart rate and then. What is that?
13.
It's been a minute.
All right. It's the same as when we do the bike.
Yeah,
Yeah, 20.
20 seconds. Yeah.
So the next test is maximum aerobic capacity, also known as your VO2 max. So the gold standard for this test also involves a lab where you're hooked up to a machine, you're doing a treadmill test, and the machine will measure the maximum amount of oxygen that your body uses while you're exercising. The alternative test to the VO2 max test is to do what's called a 12-minute Cooper's test. So basically, you run as far as you can for 12 minutes, and you'll record your distance, and there's calculators online that you can use to input your distance run to be able to estimate your VO2 max. All right, so I'm about to do my 12-minute Cooper test run to estimate my VO2 max. All the tests have been relatively close so far, which I was kind of surprised at. I guess it's a good thing I've been able to keep up with the young Gen Zer. But this is the one that I've been dreading the most, because this is where Victoria and my training differs quite a bit. Finish the run. That was the worst thing I've done in a long time.
The last assessment is long duration steady state exercise. So what this means is your ability to complete 20 minutes of consistent exercise without stopping. So we aren't going to do this test because we both know that we can complete this because we both work out regularly. She's a soccer player and I do triathlons, so we continually work out
For longer than 20
20
minutes.
minutes.
All right, so so we've completed all the tests. So we'll recap all 8 of the tests that we did. But yes, as I expected, Victoria beat me. The Gen Zer beat the Millennial. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, with the movement assessment, we were both given a pass. Being trainers, we hopefully should be able to move well.
Mm-hmm.
With the strength test, we tested our grip strength, and then for lower body strength, we did the front squat hold. So Victoria got slightly higher than me, but yeah, we both got strong for our age range in grip strength, and then we both passed the squat hold.
I think you won that one though.
Oh yeah, you think?
I think you could have gone a little longer.
Okay.
I definitely could not have.
No? All right. All right. She's letting me have one, just to be nice.
I didn't let you.
Yeah.
You won it, fair and square.
Yeah, do you want to go through
Sure.
the next two?
And then for power, we tested vertical and broad jump. So vertical, we both got 16 inches. So we both failed.
Yeah.
Andy Galpin said the standard was 20 inches. So we both need to work on that one there.
Yeah. But neither of us jump. So,
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, can't remember the last time I practiced jumping.
No.
Then for broad jump, we both passed. I got a little further than Vanya. So for the push-up test, I got 30 and Vanya got 21. He said the standard was 25. So you're very close.
Yes, close.
You're definitely better than majority of people.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
you
I was
passed
surprised
in my eyes.
based on the fact that I haven't done push-ups since my
Yeah.
push-up video. So
I mean, it's good. 21 push-ups is still like a big win.
yeah.
So for the anaerobic test, my heart rate dropped a little over 30 beats per minute, and then Vanya's dropped 20.
Yeah.
And he recommended 30 beats in a minute. And then VO2 Max, Vanya got 34.77, and I got 48.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, for that, according to the VO2 Max norms for women, that puts Victoria in the good category. And then it put me so I'm in between below average and average, because the cutoff for below average was between 31 and 34, and then average was 35 to 38. And the age range for this is between the ages of 26 to 35. Now, I'm 35 right now, but next month I turned 36. So just by waiting a month, I get put into the above average
Yay!
range. So yeah, based on the fact that I don't do any sort of like intentional cardio training, basically all I do is play soccer, rec soccer 1 to 2 times a week. Now, when it comes to my overall fitness, I know that the cardio part is one that can be improved upon the most.
But you haven't put a lot of focus on it.
No,
so
exactly.
for it to be already there, it's like a good
Yeah,
one.
I'm not upset. And then my overall goal is basically to just maintain my current level of fitness and be able to play soccer, hike, do all the activities that I want to be doing for the rest of my life. So yeah, as long as I maintain what my fitness levels are at right now, my VO2 max numbers will just keep getting pushed up into the excellent categories just by waiting until I'm older, where the standards get lower. I think that's why it's good to do what Andy Galpin recommends and do these tests at least once a year, just to see where you're at and if you do need to kind of like push things. I do know that obviously cardio health is important for overall health. So yeah, I definitely want to make sure that I'm not falling on that. I don't know if I'll ever start running.
Fair enough. You can just do kettlebell swings.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And what about for you? How did you feel about your test results?
Well, I've done a lot of testing in the last week because I was also testing time trials for my triathlon training. So I was doing like a swim, a bike, and a run as well. So Yeah, Andy Galpin recommends doing these tests over multiple days because obviously you're going to feel a lot weaker if you do them all in one day in one shot. So just for sake of the video, we pretty much did them in one day, 1 to 2 days. But yeah, I definitely was feeling pretty tired, especially while doing the aerobic test because I did that one after doing my 5K time trial and my 400-meter time trial swim. So it wasn't as good as I would have expected it to be because of that. So maybe it's something I'll need to retest on its own day after a little bit more rest. Yeah, but overall, I think it just showed that what I'm doing is working. Yeah. So I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah. And something else to consider when doing these assessments is that there is a little bit of skill involved as well. So for instance, when I was doing the Cooper test run, since I don't run on a regular basis, I really didn't know how to pace myself, right? And at the end of it, I felt like I could have pushed myself a little bit harder and potentially increased my score a little bit. And as personal trainers, we know that although our clients will tell us that they're expending as much energy and giving it their all, we can tell based on things like seeing facial expression or how much effort that they're putting in that, there is a lot more to give. And, professional athletes are that way for a reason. They know how to push through the pain and, get themselves to their maximum amounts of effort. Mm-hmm. And it's hard. It hurts. And it's not pleasant to reach that point. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever even gotten myself to my maximal effort levels. So, that'll also kind of affect what your scores are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think now that I've done more anaerobic and aerobic training, I'm kind of getting a better idea of what my maximum is, but yeah, I still don't know if I've ever reached it, but I definitely know in races how hard I can push myself and how to pace myself better now. So it's definitely a skill that it needs to be worked on.
What's most important is, it's just sort of like a baseline of where you're at right now, and it just allows you to figure out where you need to improve upon more.
And a great way to track progress as well.
Yeah. Exactly. So don't worry too much about comparing yourself to whatever scales are out there, and just focus on trying to get better if just improving your overall health is something that you're wanting to do.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and please leave us a comment if you want us to do more videos like this, and subscribe. Our goal this year is 1,000 subscribers, and we're at 700 right now, so we'd really appreciate it.
And it'll make sure that you don't miss any of our videos.
Right. Very important.
You'll be notified right when they're uploaded, which is really important.
Yep.
You gotta click on it the second it shows up on your phone.